We are Si and Sophie. This is Coastal News, a home and away podcast, your weekly episode companion podcast for your favourite Aussie soap.
Well, welcome to Coastal News. Any other business?
AOB? AOB, doll.
AOB. This is the end of the meeting when you think it's over.
And somebody goes, I've got a question.
Actually.
What did you think about Remi this week?
Well, this is that bit. Sorry to be that guy. Yes, a big weekend. We've been trialing it on our. It's been on our website. We announced it last week. It's been on our social media. It's been a big weekend. It's been a big week in Summer Bay / Exmouth. And Brax and Ricky are back in the Bay. Everybody's talking about it. All the fans online are talking about it. Finally, the UK can see these episodes. We're all in, aren't we? And we've got something to say. So, that was on a special crossover event yesterday with Pop Goes the Tam Tam. So the episode before this one, we've got a whole episode dedicated to Brax and Ricky's return, our thoughts, the Braxton legacy, the River Boys, the whole kit and caboodle. This is about everything else that happened because there was other stuff as well going on. It's a busy old time in Summer Bay, isn't it? Busy old time. How are you, Sophie? How's your weekend going?
I'm all right, thank you. Yes, having a bit more of a chilled weekend than the week I've had. I've had a very busy week, and then a very chilled weekend, which I needed to sort of destabilise or whatever the word is.
And the weather's nice. You can get in the garden.
Yes, exactly. What about you? How's your weekend and your weekend? Yeah, I'm
having a chill one. I'm also getting outside, just enjoying it. I've got a bit of time off midweek.
Nice.
Coming up. So I'm going to chill the weekend and then, got stuff going on.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yes.
Nice. Yeah. I love the weather. It's just it just really perks me up.
Spring's my favourite. Spring is always my favourite season. Yeah.
Yeah. And we've gone, although, have we skipped it?
What do you mean? You mean it's gone into
summer? I know
summer?
it's not that warm, but
it's not in the
I've not seen many bulbs about.
That's true. It's still only April though, isn't it? But yeah, true. It's not that warm when you're not sat in the sun. Because I was in a beer garden on Thursday, and in the sun it was lovely. But the minute it went behind a cloud, I was freezing. I put my coat back on. So it's not
goosebumps.
It's not quite, warm in the shade yet. Let's put it that way.
Yes, it's a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But it feels like it's on its way, and we're all. It's been a bit of a crap winter. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, demossed my garden this weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah, cleaned the table, had a coffee.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm prepped, Dal.
You're making me look bad. I've not done any of that. Wow. Okay, I'm going to have to put that on my list now because I feel like I need to. Yeah. Damn it.
You've got to be ready because when it does go hot, you don't want to do it then.
That's true. Yes.
Got to be ready, haven't you?
That's true.
So.
I always laugh about this weekend because like April 25th was Saturday, and that Miss Congeniality film, we love Sandy B, don't we? When he says describe your perfect date, and she goes, I'd have to say April 25th because it's not too hot, not too cold, and all you need is a light jacket. I love that. It's so good. And I always think of that on April 25th. I'm like, oh, not too hot, not too cold. All I need is a light jacket. It's perfect for this weekend. That sometimes I watch that film on April 25th and it's raining. And I'm like, oh, it's ruined it. It was good weather for that film this weekend. There we go.
Yeah, it's been cracking the flags. It is.
Yeah.
So right. Where else is the good weather? Australia. Let's talk about it. Should we talk about anything else that happened this week on Home and Away?
Yeah, go on then. Why
not? Lacey this week off to the magistrates, isn't she? There's been a murder. That was really bad. And word's getting around, actually. Leah shooketh. You know, the person who dropped her off there at the motel. She's shooketh when she finds out, isn't she? And Sarge is talking to Lacey and he's saying, look, it's self-defense. You need to plead not guilty. And Marley even bumps into her again and says things like, you know, I've been worrying about you. How are you doing? I can tell something's up. At this point, Lacey's trying to keep a lid on it, but swiftly, she does actually open up, and only when he asks about Holden, though, and if she's here from him.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I hit him over the head with a lamp.
He did. He did, Dom.
Yeah, he's dead. Basically, yeah, she tells him, and I didn't have a choice. That's that. Now, off she goes to court off screen. First of all, thoughts on the off screen court. I thought it was fine, personally. Didn't need to see it.
We don't need to see it as long as we hear about it. But it's gone very radio silent since then, hasn't it, really? We've not really seen a lot or heard a lot about her, and obviously it's moved on. Storylines moved on, block storytelling's back, so we've moved on to, you know, operations and Tane and all that sort of stuff. So I'm hoping we circle back to more Lacey stuff next week, because other people, like you say, are finding out now. So, and it's also a little bit unrealistic. Like, if I dropped my friend off at the hotel and I knew that she was being stalked, I wouldn't then just forget all about her until 2 days later when I met Marley on the beach and went, oh yeah, how's Lacey? I'd have texted her in that time, and then, you know, why didn't I get a text back and be a bit worried and all the stuff that she's going through at the moment? It just feels like we've kind of gone, oh, he's dead now, and that's done, and then we'll put that over there for a bit. And I'm like, I'm still watching that though. I still want to know what happens, and
yeah,
it's kind of even more interesting now that he's dead and she's a cop's daughter, and you know what I mean? Like, but it feels like it's kind of, they've gone, yeah, okay, he's dead, so that storyline can sit over there for a minute. And I'm like, but I don't want it to. I want to know what happened. I need to know the information.
Yeah.
So as long as they tell me, I'm fine. I don't need to see the court case, but I need to be told where we are with stuff.
We kind of know that. Well, we very briefly got told, bail, and then she's gone into hiding.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like you say, off screen. And then I feel like this needed follow-up, being such a big story.
We had a phone call, didn't we? Sarge said something like, oh, this is the forensics from Holden's case or something. And he took a phone call. We heard his side of the conversation, which was like, oh, really? Yeah. And then the next thing, it was just all about Tane again, because he turned up at Cash's house with the, you know, the check-in fail or whatever it is. The fact that he didn't turn up for his tag check, so it's veered off into a different storyline immediately. We heard a little snippet of something, and it was like, oh yeah, we'll tell you about that next time, or not. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that when we look at First Look, it's going to have some Lacey content in terms of just keeping us informed about what's happening, really, because I'm still interested. I'm still invested in that storyline. I know technically it's over because he's dead, but for me, it's not over because it's still. She's a murderer, you know, like self-defense.
And Sarge said it himself. She's going to have to live with that and all this stuff. Like, what does that look like? You know, for starters, and also it's from like a Lacey perspective. Because let's face it, she's the only Langan we're really that bothered about.
Yeah.
She has spent the last however many years blaming her sister for murder.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, now the shoe's on the other foot. Now, like, you know, like what's that look like? She's obviously still feels safe at home on her own. You know, I think I'd like a bit more explanation about that. There are a lot of unfinished things for us as the audience here.
Yeah.
And then what do you make of this Marley sort of, because Abs is feeling the same as us, really. Like, I really want to be there for her. I need to make sure she's okay. Want to check in. And he's like, no, she told me she wants to be on her own. She's quite adamant about it. And she's like, yeah, okay, I will do. But she knows deep down that's not really sitting right with her. Goes and speaks to Leah, and they both agree that they're not going to do a protest. Leah doesn't protest well. But they're going to take some food over, and it seems to be well received. But when Marley learns of this, he has a go at her, and good on her. Do you know, I cheered her on. And you know me with Marley, but I cheered on because she said, "You know what? It's none of your business
Yeah.
if I want to see someone or not."
Yeah.
I thought, what do you think about this protectiveness? Is it coming from that thing that we are peddling with the feelings, or like, is it just to control labs? Like, what's the deal here in your opinion?
I
Because
honestly
I'm like
don't
really
know.
struggling.
I honestly don't know the motivation behind it. And like you say, all we can do is speculate. And in a way, I kind of hope that he believes in his mind that it's for the best for Lacey, and that Lacey's told me I need X and that's what she needs. And he's very black and white, and it's like just took it as read that that's what she wanted, and there's no gray area. It's not like when you say I'm fine and then you don't really mean you're fine. You know what I mean? I think he's thought, well, this is what she needs, and I'm going to give it to her. That's in her best interest because that's what she's asked for. I want to believe that that's his thinking, but then there is that niggle that's just like, is he just trying to keep Abs away from her? Is he just trying to, like you say, control her in a way? I don't know. I hope it's not that, because that makes me feel sick. But I can't be sure either way, because the way that it's been written leaves that ambiguity for us to try and work out, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. They're on the rocks either way, aren't they?
They are. And this girl's going to need all her friends. So, yeah, I agree that, like, with him a little bit in terms of she's asked for space, so I've given her space because that's what she asked for. And he's very much like, that's what she wanted, so I've given it to her. But I also agree with Abs, because if Joe really is packing a bag and running off with Tani for the rest of her life and never coming
Who's she
home and all
gonna
that,
have?
yeah, who's she got in a corner? Her dad, useless. And then, her sister's gone after all these years of being apart, and now they've made up. And Joe's been a really bad sister to her all through all of this. She's more bothered about her boyfriend than she's about her sister. So she needs Abs. She needs a girlfriend that's got her back.
I was thinking about Lacey actually. Now you've mentioned Joe. You know when she's sat on the fence at the beach with Mac, and Mac's like, you know what this means? If you
Yeah.
go, you can't come back. That is it. And I'm thinking, considering what your sister has just gone through,
Yeah, you
are you
can't.
for real?
You can't leg it. It's ridiculous that she's even contemplating leaving. And I love him. Oh God, I rolled my eyes so hard at that. I can't even. Yeah. They literally went right into the back of my skull. I was like, you love him. Oh, please, come on. No.
Yeah, it was horrific. And I think, I was looking at it thinking, have you heard yourself? Like, Lacey who? Like, that's the moment where families rally,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sarge's got
putting
time
all
to
her
wander
eggs.
around the bay with
Yeah.
a piece of paper
Oh, I know.
saying Tane's not turned up.
They're awful. They're concentrating on the wrong person. He's rallying around trying to prove that Tane's guilty, and she's rallying around trying to be with Tane. Contemplating leave. She's been to uni. She's got a vocation in nursing. She's grafted really hard to get here, and she's willing to throw it all away for this fella, leave her family, and move to the side of Western Australia. It doesn't make sense.
No,
Like, it's just not
no.
logical.
No. And your sister is afraid to leave the house.
Yeah, and you're just you're completely okay with just not even leaving a note, not even having a goodbye. The way that Tane's left her in the lurch with no, nothing. She's willing to put her sister and her dad through that as well, knowing how it feels. Because she's in that boat right now herself, not knowing where he is and not having that goodbye. She knows how that feels, and she's going to do the same to them. It's just wrong. It's just wrong.
Who needs enemies when you've got a sister?
Exactly. Exactly. Yes. Not impressed.
Yeah.
Not impressed.
No. As if we didn't need any more reasons to dislike her. Sisters. Let's talk about sisters. I nearly burst into Hyacinth. Okay, then.
Sisters. Edit.
Dana is back.
Yes.
We've all been wondering how long this training course was.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like 2 weeks? It just feels longer.
It feels like a lifetime.
So much has gone down. Now, just in time for Sonny leaving the house. Yay! They're going to bump into each other. Now, she does text him, doesn't she? And she's like, check him in. This does kill his mood a bit. And never mind, because she's a bit busy, telling Harper how stupid she is, basically. So she's a little bit distracted, isn't she? She's currently laying into Harper about Uncle Fred and giving her drugs at 14. Do you know when we said I felt a bit vindicated on that scene, actually? Just a brief segue. Because I was saying to you, I feel like Dana's experience of childhood was slightly different to Harper's.
Yeah.
Because obviously her feelings were so strong about Mum, and we knew about the addiction, didn't we? But I think that was an interesting sort of insight into the differences, even though they grew up in the same house. What a different experience her and Harper had at times. So yeah. And now basically, not only am I done, but he's F Tane up as well. Well done for bringing this back. As if Harper's not carrying around enough guilt. I'm really struggling to blame Harper really now. I know there's this, I brought her back, and I think she feels guilty enough. I don't think she needs to hear this sort of stuff, really.
No.
But there we go.
It's not productive. We've got to put that down now and go, right, this is where we are, and what do we do now? What do we do next?
Yeah. Now, John helps things along for Dana, doesn't he? Makes them meet. Ambushed, some might say, despite Sonny slamming on the brakes. And basically, she tells him at that point, does she know I've been on this course? He doesn't take any of this news very well. Feels a bit of a charity case, doesn't he? And I'm holding my breath at this point. I'm like, let's not see that Sonny that we saw, back then. Thank God Dana is back. And Dana is Dana, I'm going to say here, because she takes it on the chin and she's like, look, she hunts him down back home, but she's like, look, I've told you time and time again, I'm here for you. I'm not going anywhere. I've been on this course and I'm holding my breath, Sophie. And thank God he just dropped. He responds differently. I think he's got past that trauma, as she puts it. That trauma response to what has happened. Thank God she is like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's so jammy. Yeah, he's so lucky, because what if she wasn't? He would have thrown it all away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I guess maybe that time apart, maybe she's had some time to kind of cool, because I'd be fuming with him when I went off to that course, even though I'm going to that course to do something for him, and he's dumped me on my ass and treated me really badly. I'd still be fuming. You know what I mean? And I'd personally need a couple of weeks not seeing him to sort of have some perspective and think, okay, how would I feel if I was him? And yes, I'd be angry. Yes, it wasn't fair that he took it out on me. But I kind of get it.
Yeah.
You can't say it was okay, but you can say you understand why it happened. It's you can say it's inappropriate, it wasn't called for, etc., but you can have some empathy with why he felt like he was lashing out.
Yeah. Actually, it ends up being really quite wholesome, doesn't it? Because he says some nice things to her that I think she needed to hear after the battering she's had off him.
And he said sorry. He said sorry for I shouldn't have treated you that way, and that to me shows progress. He's willing to say, yeah, that was a dick move, and I'm really sorry.
Yeah, and actually, it shows progress for him, but it also shows regress at the same time. I know that sounds weird, but he's like, we're getting Sonny back, who is an empath. He is about everybody else and how he's made them feel and how they feel, and that's him through and through. We say it all the time, and rather than saying I am angry and F off, so yes, he's progressed onto this stage and he's able to display this, but also he's I would say he's regressed back to being the guy we know. Which are both good things, aren't they? Let's face it. And they just have this amazing moment, and they kiss and make up, and I don't know. I just think the actors are so good together.
Yeah,
this just works. This is one of those couples. We've said it from the beginning. Like, this just feels a good fit.
Yeah.
And I think I was just all in on this scene. Like, a bomb could have gone off and I wouldn't have noticed. You know, like
Yeah.
I was fixed on this scene.
Yeah.
And I thought they did really well. So they're back together, are they? Do you think back on?
Hopefully they're back together. And I'm hoping that some of the positivity from other storylines, you know, like Remi and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
If that's not weighing on Sonny as well now, if he's got a bit of relief in terms of not worrying about his friend, that, you know, we're going to see
recovery.
Yeah, he's not going to feel like lashing out, and then he's gonna go back to rehab maybe because it's safe now to go back to rehab because Remi's not having fits, or well, hopefully we don't know yet, do we? But I'm kind of hoping that if Remi's on the mend, it means that Sonny can then focus on himself and focus on his rehab, and then because now Dana's come back and she's been trained, you know, we're going in a different direction with the storyline, and we're going with, okay, well, we're in this situation, let's make the best of it, and let's get you rehabbed, and let's get you, you know, I don't know, health assessed. Is he going to move back in with Dana eventually? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
It feels like it's shifting this storyline in a different direction again, hopefully, anyway.
Yeah. And again, I'm going to call it back to something I've been mentioning consistently about his and Remi's story running parallel. And his is turned, and I think, is that a sign that Remi's is going to as well? Or, you know, I'm probably wishful thinking, but like I feel like their storylines came together a week or two ago. We spoke about it last week, and then now, like, are we, you know, getting more positive all around? You know,
yeah.
and I'm hoping so. Speaking of Remi, actually, so he's back from his parents, isn't he, this week? Not told them.
Yeah.
Petrified, isn't he?
Yeah.
You would be.
You would, because the last thing you want is to hurt your parents and upset them. But it's like, he also needs them. But the thing is with Remi, he is so independent. He is so, I don't need your money. I can do what, you know, I can do it myself, and I can, you know what I mean? He wants to be a self-made man, even though he comes from money. It's, you see what I mean? It's always been a bit of a
it's strange, isn't
dichotomy
it?
with him, isn't it? And he obviously doesn't want to burden his parents with this horrible news. He just wants to just get on with it, and then he's hoping they'll never have to find out because he'll get through the surgery and he'll be fine and they'll never need to know. I couldn't do it, I'll be honest. I could not tell my parents.
No.
So
you're joking.
I
I
can't
burden the postman, mate.
I just can't. I can't relate to it, because the first person I'd want to speak to is my mom, I think. You know, so I just can't relate to it. Yeah.
I don't know what has happened to that will last week. We better find where that went.
Yeah.
If that's actionable. But yes, he does do his last ride on the bike, much to everyone's horror, down to the beach to have one last stare at the beach and deep thought, as all good characters do. And I at this point, I'm thinking this is toast me, you know. I'm still 50-50, to be honest, whether this is like going down this way, you know, a more prolonged way out.
Oh God, I can't take it anymore.
I know, but like at this point, obviously this is pre-op, and I'm like, oh God, he's even gone to the sea to look at the waves. I'm thinking,
he's saying goodbye, isn't he?
Yeah.
That was the scene. I was like, he's come here to see the last time he's going to see the sea, and I was trying not to think of it because I was like, this is too sad.
Yeah, it was. It was. He survived the ride. Thank you, Eden.
God, yeah.
But yeah, he was doing a last look. And it's very, very legitimate things to think. You know, I think I would be. Is that funny meme online? They have like the EastEnders slow theme when you last leave a hotel room, or you do one last look. It's been. I think, I think you would be sort of like. I know my mind, and I know I'd be thinking, is this the last time I'm going to be here? Or will I ever, walk along here again, or
Yeah.
and I just think that I just know myself. I just know that's how I'd be feeling. So I can put myself in those shoes, to be honest.
Yeah.
Up at the hospital, Dr. Swan is prepping hilariously, I will say. Everything, isn't she? She's advised Levi that this is probably going to be one of the most difficult procedures she's ever attempted. It could be tricky. So that ups the stakes, doesn't it, a bit for us, the audience? Basically, Levi has to come in the operating theatre and watch for any neurological changes. I mean, that's easy said than done. We're all so complex, aren't we? Like, I don't think I'd have spotted anything changing other than the obvious of him playing the guitar.
Yeah.
There was a moment, wasn't there? Things went a bit...
Didn't sound good.
Strummy.
Yes, bit of a misnote situation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah, a bit scary. I really like this scene though. What I know you were probably vomiting into your cereal, but what did you make of the hospital?
Well, I was tweeting along this night.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Yeah, I shouldn't have been.
I know. I'm sorry.
You'll know.
I wasn't here. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Apologise.
you were like, Thursday, blah blah blah. And I was like,
for those that don't know, we do tweet along on a rota. So what am I? Monday, Thursday, Friday, and you're Tuesday, Wednesday, aren't you? But I wasn't here on Thursday, so you had to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
And on first look, it was all like operations, and I don't do medicals.
Sorry.
No, I've got to tell you, the sort of COVID plastic and just the noises and the drills and the I honestly thought I was going to black out.
Oh no. Oh dear. I was thinking of you when I was watching this, and I thought to a certain point I was like, this isn't too graphic, this is okay, you might be all right.
Yeah.
Until she pulled out the thing from his head, and then I went, oh dear. Oh no. Now he's going to be on the floor.
She pulled it out like when you've washed a fiver in your jeans. So, ooh. That was in the wash. Like, I don't even need to, I know this sounds even now, like, I've stopped, like, I can feel my blood now because I'm thinking about it.
Sorry.
But like it, I don't know, I'm just such a wuss. But I know I am, and everyone at home is going to be like, what the hell is this guy doing? But like, I didn't need to see graphic stuff. I don't need to see it. I just need to imagine it, and I'm away.
Yeah. So it was still awful, even though you didn't see anything particularly dreadful.
No. Yeah. But in my mind, I can vision this scalp peeling back.
Yes.
50p piece.
Yeah.
I don't do well at all.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I really liked this. I thought this was a really good. Do you know why I really liked it? Because I think the performances were really, really strong. I think Adam absolutely smashed this. He really got me. Like when he was having that sort of not a panic attack, because I don't think it got that far, but he's when his breathing was too fast. And Dr. Swan's there like, calm him down, Levi, or else I'm going to knock him out. And I'm like, oh my God. And then Levi's like, breathe with me or whatever. I do think that the dynamic, the difference between all of those characters and their approaches and their styles and that kind of thing, and their performances that they put into that scene, I think they did an excellent job. I think Adam was brilliant in these scenes.
I agree.
Yeah, really, really good.
Yeah,
I really felt for him. I really felt like this is life or death, and he could die. You know what I mean?
And even for the show to even go into it in this detail is fascinating. I know I'm like watching it through my fingers, and I'm like, I feel like I'm going to die. But like the fact that the show included this in it, but you don't always get time to do that you never see stuff like that on the soap operas. You see medical
the people
dramas,
in the
maybe.
waiting room, don't you? You see, like, you would have seen Eden pacing up and down in front of the vending machine for 6 hours. You wouldn't have necessarily have seen
That's where all the drama normally is.
Yeah.
But actually, on Home and Away, we're in the operating theatre and we're watching it happen, you know. And that is something that sets it apart. I think you said this a few weeks ago when we were doing something, and you said, like, you know, how they do the medical. They must have a good advisor because they, you know, they do a lot of it.
They do really well with the medical storylines. I know that we've got a hospital as one of our main sets, so I guess we do have to be quite good at the medic. But I do think, like you say, they do it better than any other show that we've got. There's a hospital set in Coronation Street that gets used a lot, but you see people in the waiting room, and you might see occasionally them talking to a doctor after something's happened, but you don't see this level of medical things.
No.
And the technical details and all the information we get given, and the mask fitting that we saw, that's all very true to life and very well played out, and not in a salacious way, but in just a very, like, matter of fact, this is what happens when someone's going through this scenario. I think they must have a really good somebody on the team that's got good medical information.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it's important that we see this because, one, I get more used to seeing it.
Yeah.
But two, I think it's there's this mystery surrounding. That's why medical dramas are so popular and always have been.
Yeah.
Because there is a mystery around it, isn't there? You know, and it is nice to be educated when you, as well as entertained. You know,
definitely.
It comes out, doesn't he, of the opera? You know, we've got it out. She's stitched his hair back strand by strand. She's good, isn't she? She's bloody good. And there's a problem though. Speech. There's something up, isn't there?
Yeah.
He's struggling. Levi, he's panicking as well, which is stressing me out. Stressing Eden out. I'm sure it's stressing Sophie out as well. And Levi, you know, he does basic obs, and they're all fine. Thinks it could be the swelling. I was
thinking when I was watching this, like, obviously it's worrying because we had all the scenes beforehand, and I'm thinking of them and go, did we have these conversations for a reason? You know, that scene in Salt when he said, "What if I survive the operation, but I'm not me? What if I can't do this? What if I can't do that?" And I was thinking
his biggest
of that.
fear.
It was, and I was thinking of that when I was watching this, and I was like, "Oh God, is that why we had those conversations? Because that's actually what's happened." But then the other part of me was like, he's just had massive surgery on his head. He's had a tumor removed. Surely that would make your brain's had this thing growing in it and, like, affecting it for so long, and it was growing at, an alarming rate and all that stuff that Dr. Swan said. And you take that away, and then your brain's readjusting and healing and trying to fix itself without that thing in there doing whatever it was doing. Surely that has an impact, and that you wouldn't come around completely normal immediately. And also the anesthesia makes you crazy. Like, you're waking up from anesthesia, you don't know what's going on, you don't know what day of week it is. So I was kind of thinking, I'm not going to panic, because maybe this is a combination of him having a 6-hour operation that was quite stressful. He's had major brain surgery, really complicated brain surgery, and he's been under anaesthetic. And I'm trying to think that the combination of those things could give the symptoms that he's got. And let's face it, Levi is not a brain surgeon. Levi is a heart specialist. So he doesn't necessarily know whether this is normal or not for someone waking up.
Yeah. Which he does admit, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It is.
I'm trying not to get too worried.
Yeah. As I say, Sonny's parallel story's giving me hope. I'm hoping it's just like one last, like dramas do. There's one last hurdle. That make us think something's gone wrong. But I tell you, if she's cracking him open again on Monday, I'm not going to be happy.
Oh God, no! I'm hoping that bit's done, and we're just moving on now. And it's just, I don't know. The next thing we need to find out is, what was the tumor? Was it cancer or was it malignant? And that's going to affect what happens next, isn't it?
What happens next? Yeah, of course. Yeah. I tell you, as an actor though, I mean, he's had his lines cut in half overnight. Results.
The thing with the strings on, yeah.
Like Eden's picking up the slack here, finishing his sentences.
It's true. And let's face it, I think as an actor, when you've had like a really busy schedule, you know, because they do the schedule for Home and Away is insane. And then I bet when you get a scene where, okay, you've got a whole episode where you're just lying on a table, I bet that must be great.
No, I know. I'd be in the writer's room constantly. Put me in a coma.
Just give me a stint in hospital.
Yeah. Let everybody around me do all the work.
You'd have to wax your chest though, because you'd have to go and do the topless.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you're a man.
I think I'd be shoved. Yeah, but I'm not the washboard body. I'd be shoved in with John in his 90.
Oh dear, so funny. I was disappointed that he wasn't topless on the operating table, I must say, but anyway. Yeah.
Can't win them all, can you?
Right, Si, it's time for your say on the bay. Go on.
My say on the bay.
It doesn't feel right unless you said that. No, well, kind of. You can have your say as well. But what we want to do is we want to hear from people that are not us. Although we're not very good at this because we end up chipping in with our say anyway. But we want to hear from other people and what they think about what's just happened in the show this week.
Of course we do.
And what they think, the people listening right now. So you guys listening, you might remember that we've got our form at coastalnewspod.com. It's in the your say on the bay section. Can't get my mouth around my teeth. There's a form there. You can put your name, you can type all your thoughts, and you can tell us what you think about what happened on Home and Away this week. And I'm hoping that you guys have got a lot of thoughts this week, because we've had, as we did a special episode yesterday, we've had this massive return of Brax and Ricky as well, I guess. Brax and also Ricky. And we think that we've got a lot to say about it. We've done a whole separate episode on it. So I guess you guys have as well. So if you're watching these episodes and you want to let us know what you think about them being brought back, and like, what do you feel about Brax? What do you feel about Ricky? Have you got any thoughts on Casey like Si does? If you listen to yesterday's podcast, you might know exactly what Si thinks of Casey Junior or Casey Senior. We talked about him as well yesterday. Let us know. And then also we're on social media as well. So if you want to follow us, we are Coastal News Podcast at Coastal News Pod on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky, all the above. And we also tweet along live. So we watch the show at 6:30 Monday to Friday. And we talk to people on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And we use the Home and Away UK hashtag. So jump on there, join in the discussion. There's a few of us that are on there every night at 6:30. And yeah, just have a chat. Tell us what you think and see what we think. And if you agree or disagree. It's as simple as that, isn't it, really? I think.
It is.
It is.
Come on down.
Come on down. Tell us what you think. We have got 3 people that have got in contact with us this week. We've been spoiled. 3 people. So 3 forms. And the first one is Carl. Remember we read out Carl's message to us last week? He's a long-time sufferer of our podcast.
How can I forget? Because Carl rumbled me.
Yes, well, he's back to have he's commenting on what we commented on his comment last week. That's a lot of commenting.
Oh no.
Yes. So you ready for
this? I'm nervous now.
You ready? So Carl says, "Hey, Si and Sophie, thanks for reading out my form last week. You gave me a laugh."
Oh God. Okay, we're starting off okay.
But is he laughing at us or with us? I don't know. Let's find out. He says, "I didn't actually think that Si was intentionally skipping the lines on the first look recap. That's hilarious, and I'm very sorry for blowing your cover." There we go. Because you did admit to me that this was intentional, but in a nice way. You were doing it to be gentle with me and not spoil the show for me and all that stuff.
Yeah, either that or I'm really good at bullshitting you.
I believed every word of it. I'm so naive. But Carl says, sorry for blowing your cover, Si, but feel free to continue sparing Sophie from certain spoilers in the future. Okay, so you're allowed to carry on.
She's getting every last syllable, let me tell you.
I'm going to make ones up for you from now on. I'm going to throw an extra line in. Definitely. And Alf is with a prostitute. By the way, he says, don't worry, even though I'm in Dublin, I've started watching the show at UK pace. So he's in Dublin, which is at RTE, and they are, Carl's told us they're 2 episodes behind the UK if you're watching at RTE pace. But he's watching the show at UK pace. I guess he's on dodgy link or something like we are when we've got to watch ahead. So he says, my comment on this week's Home and Away so far is that Western Australia looks stunning and now I want to go there.
Well, it's done its job, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly what they wanted, the Perth Tourist Board or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yes, they wanted you to go and it's worked, Carl.
Yeah.
Yes. Let us know if you do end up
when you go in.
Yeah.
Did you enter the competition? We did.
Oh yeah, we were like £8 deep, weren't we, on that comp? Yes.
And the rest.
I did try a few, and I kept thinking, have I got enough annual leave if I do win it? Bloody hell, don't think I have.
Have you got enough annual leave? Should have seen how much credit I put on my phone.
I was like, I'll have to take my laptop with me and blag.
I've only got a pay-as-you-go phone. I was like, how'd you put credit on this thing?
Oh my god, that's so funny. So funny. So Western Australia looks stunning. Even though he's somehow turned into a cowboy, Brax is still Brax, and it feels special having him back.
Yeah, I think we in the Brax and Ricky special we did yesterday. I'm feeling a little bit. He's different, isn't he? But I suppose you are going to be different after 10 years hiding there, aren't you?
I don't think he's different.
You and Tamsin said he slotted back into it pretty well.
I don't think
maybe I need to look a bit better.
I think he's still there. I think the difference is that he hasn't got his band of boys, and he's not bossing people around, and he's not. You know what I mean?
That's true. He's no longer head honcho, is he?
No, I think Ricky is, to be honest. I think Ricky pulls the strings, even though he made the decision about Tane and she's not happy about it, but she's gone along with it. I think a lot of their dynamic is her driving the family. And I think that's possibly a callback to his mum, and his mum being the head of the Braxton family. Do you know what I mean? And now Ricky's like the head of the new era Braxton family. I don't know. I do feel like I look at him, and even though the cowboy hat and everything has thrown me, I still feel like character-wise, personality-wise, that's still Brax. And the way he's interacted with Tane, I feel is very Brax.
I agree. I agree with that. But then the next scene, he's on the school run, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, but you have to. Like, he can't not take his kids to school. He can't just be a shit dad.
I need to have more of an open mind, don't I? I think. Honestly, like I said on that episode, like we've been, maybe I said it then, maybe I said it off air, but like me and you have said so many times how we wish we had the podcast back then.
Yeah.
And like now it's here, and I'm like, what can we talk about? Because nothing's really like Braxy at the minute. But I have a feeling this is going to be longer than like 2 episodes, because you mentioned
we've not done anything yet, have we? We're just all we've done is just be moody for 2 days or 3 days.
It's a bit slow, isn't it? And I think we've been showing off the scenery a lot this week, and I think we're going to get down to the danger at some point, surely. And then I think that's when it'll crank up, and we'll have loads to talk about, because me and you just wish we knew each other longer.
Yes.
For this reason, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think this week has set the sort of foundation for the storyline, and now the end of the week has given us that clue that this is going to get this stability, this tranquility, this nice, normal, stable life that they've managed to build for themselves, that we've now seen. Bit boring, it's a bit of a boring life. Now that we know that Joe knows where Tane is, now that we know that Cash knows where Tane is, because he will know where Tane is because he thinks that Joe knows, and he's caught her packing a bag. I think this week was showing us this is the nice life they've built that is about to get fucked up by the rest of the storyline. Yeah,
I agree. Bring it on.
So yes, it does feel special having him back. You're right, Carl. I think it does. I think we do need. That's why we made a special episode for him, because it is a special moment having him back. Thank you, Carl. Thanks for getting in touch again. Keep it coming.
Thank you. Yeah.
Keep it coming.
Yeah.
Mr. David. Mr. David is next.
Ooh.
Anna of Twitter fame.
We're getting all the European countries in.
That's true. Yeah. Yes, we are. Yeah, we are. So Mr. David says, Dear Si and Sophie, I've been meaning to write into the pod for ages. Well, what took you so long? What took you so long? He says, Brax and Ricky's return to the Bay was the push I needed. There we go.
Yeah. This is it. I've said people are engaged in this.
Yes. For good or for bad as well. Yeah. Because Mr. David says, although I was far from the biggest Brax fan the first time around, I'm surprised by how much I'm liking the character in 2026.
Really?
And how I'm enjoying having a character from the show's rich past back in Summer Bay. This got me thinking, wouldn't it be great if next time round we got Sally or Gypsy or Hayley, maybe even Celia, and giving Alf some family, because Rue always swanning off on cruises or visiting Mother in Marimbula. Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Sort of heads turned to like other returnees. We sort of touched on this, didn't we, on the special?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm alone in thinking this, but I wasn't a massive fan of Celia's last return.
No.
And her gambling.
No, it didn't feel authentic for me.
She was still the sort of bossy Christian lady, wasn't she? But
it didn't feel right. It didn't sit right.
Yeah, she sort of went a bit rogue, didn't she? But so that's a curveball, and we've done it with her though, haven't we? So I guess we're going back to that conversation about when soaps do it too much. Does it then take it away? I think Sally's a given at some point related to Alf and his.
Yeah.
I won't finish the sentence.
I think the door is always open for Sally, whereas I don't think the door is necessarily always open for some of the other characters. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would like to see somebody newer back. Like I mentioned Ryder. I think he'd be a great returnee, even if it's just for a stint.
I would like to see Ryder and Sonny be friends, actually. That would be an interesting combo.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And
Dana. Yeah.
We've got the Stewarts there, so it gives us lots of stuff there, because he'd be obviously back for the Stewarts. I think you're right. I think your idea of Martha and Rue, finally after all this time, and a recast would work because it's been so long.
Yeah.
But, finally, reuniting. Considering Rue's fostering ventures as well, that could tie up nicely. I don't want to see this be the start of it being sort of regular, though.
No.
I don't think it suits the show.
No.
I'm not against it, but I think it needs to be right.
Yeah.
Like, for example, now, if next year we wheel out Heath again, I am going to roll my eyes.
Yes. Yeah, and I think you're right. It's not in keeping with the show, because the reason I like the show so much is that we move on. You know what I mean? We move on to the next storyline, and we put a line under the sand. I mean, Irene leaving was a massive, massive exit. I have felt her loss since she's gone, but I'm not going, oh God, bring her back every day. Oh, it's not the same without her. I need her back. I'm not doing that. Yeah. I'm going, right, she's gone. I've got to get over it. I'm moving on. Next storyline. And I feel like for me, that's how my brain works and what I need, and that's why I like the show, is because we don't dwell on the past. So I don't mind harking back to it. I don't mind having the continuity and mentioning things that happened. Like I absolutely adored this week when we had the Leah references about Leah's bad at protesting. I love that, but I don't need to. I don't need to have like a full blown nostalgic trip down memory lane every 6 months.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
For starters, it'll lose its impact.
Yeah.
Like the reason we're all engaged and talking about this and writing in, we felt compelled, like it's because this never happens.
Yeah. It's new. It's novel, isn't it? Yeah.
And love him or loathe him, whatever your sort of personal journey was with him as a character and his impact on the show and his legacy, like he is like one of the biggest characters in the show's history. And I think, that is why it works.
Yes.
You can't just be bringing back everybody all the time.
No.
I think we touched on it. Listen, go back and listen. But this show is really good at keeping going. And that's the way. It's an opinion, but that's the way I would prefer to keep it.
Keep it moving. He hasn't mentioned some really good names though. Like obviously we've talked about Sally,
Gypsy
and Hayley. I mean, both of them. I absolutely adore Gypsy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they could work a little bit. I mean, she'll have kids that are teenagers now.
Yeah, she will. Yeah,
or maybe even early 20s. Like,
oh my god, don't that makes me feel old. Yeah,
she'll have. So, like, even if we had new characters, but like it could be like Gypsy's 20-year-old. What was it, a boy or a girl she had with Will? Anyway,
I can't remember. Yeah.
Well, that would have been early 2000s, so you're talking 21-year-olds.
Oh God! Don't! I feel old. That's horrible. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think the names he's mentioned are really names that I would sort of. If you forced me to name someone to come back, it would be somebody like that. You know what I mean? Like Sally, Gypsy, Hayley.
But it's got to work. It's got to work. So like Brax works because in all the story you've not really enjoyed Tane stuff building up to it, but it works because Tane needs to hide.
Yes.
Against the law. Who that fits him. He's best mates with Mac, who's got a brother who can contact him. It works.
Yeah.
Like last time Gypsy came back for a few weeks, Irene had cancer. It worked. There was a link. It made sense. Like Hayley would be a stretch for me. Unless she's.
And which Hayley, Oh
gosh.
Which version of Hayley would it be?
It would be Hayley 1.
It'd have to be.
That's the only way.
Yeah. It wouldn't work if it was Ginger Hayley. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to Ginger Hayley, but it wasn't the same.
She had a hard battle, didn't she? But she only had to do it for a short while.
I love the fact that every episode they were like, "Hi Hayley, how are you, Hayley?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Hayley, is it? Oh, right, okay."
Kim.
Oh, yes.
That'd be a big press.
Wow.
Get your eyeballs on this. Hemsworth's back.
Jeepers.
But again, it wouldn't work, would it? So it'd be like a stunt. So like, what's the story there? Because he's got absolutely zero ties.
That's true. Everybody he knew is gone. Even Irene, who technically was like his stepmom for a bit when she was dating Barry or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, well, there's no hides. There's no hunters.
No.
So like none of it works, and I think that's why I'm nervous about this idea of us all longing for loads of returnees.
Yeah.
Because it would be just
for the sake of it.
Yeah, and that's what I don't want. I'd rather just remember the heyday.
Yeah.
In that respect.
Yeah, it's got to work for the plot, definitely. Yeah. Yes. And then we've got a really lovely comment at the end of Mr. David's message, which makes me go all gooey, because it says, "Finally, thank you so much, as always, for the brilliant podcast, which is the highlight of my Saturday morning." Oh, thank you, Mr. David. And he says, "Also, your hilarious commentary during the tweet along, which always brightens up my evenings and enhances my viewing experience of the show."
And you.
Oh, Oh, David, you are one of the funniest people on Twitter. So, like, back at you.
Careful.
Yes, back at you.
Yeah, thank you, David. You have, and honestly, like we've had the privilege of meeting you as well.
Yes,
which was an honour. We think very highly of you. We love you. Thank you.
No.
I know when I'm on the tweet along and you're not there, I'm always tweeting you like, "Where are you?"
I do notice because he cracks me up. Because I watch the show and I'm thinking like this is so weird, but I'm thinking, oh, I know what Si will think of this, and then I'll see something. And I'm like, I wonder what Mr. David thinks of that. And then when he doesn't tweet, like there's a couple of days last week where I was tweeting and he wasn't there, and I was like, oh, I need to know what he thinks.
I tweeted me. I'm like, where are you?
I'm going to start doing that. Give him a nudge. I'll give you a nudge, Star. Where have you gone? So yeah, no, thank you, Mr. David.
He was having tuna pasta bake for tea the other night. Just saying.
Oh, I haven't had that for ages.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that might have to be a weekend dinner.
Jealous.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah.
Because it was the I don't know if you saw the tweets, but it was the operation. He said, I'm going to have to put this back in the microwave, finish it later. I was like, no, I can't finish mine either.
Oh God! I was fine, me. I was sat eating a bag of Maltesers.
Mr. David was putting the pasta back in the microwave.
Oh my God! I watched that about 11 o'clock in the morning on my day off, and then I was just sat watching it with a bag of Maltesers, and I was like, "Oh, this is fascinating." That's so funny. I love it. Love. Yeah, much love to you, Mr. David. Thank you for writing in. And then we have got a new name, I think, Si.
New name?
A new person, Ali. Have we had an Ali on the phone?
Ali? No.
No. So here we
Hello,
go.
Ali.
Uru, Ali. Let's see what Ali says. So Ali says, hi, Si and Sophie. Long-time Home and Away fan. Have listened to the pod for ages now. Oh, wow.
Oh,
bless you. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. I always feel like I need to apologise. I always need to apologise. You brought it on yourself if you listen more than once, though, I'll be honest.
Yeah, honestly, the thought on it, I mean, we've come a long way. We always apologise because...
But we're still on a journey, aren't we?
Honestly, a couple of years ago, the thought of anyone getting in touch saying, I'm listening to you, crippled us.
Crippled us.
Thank you.
Yes, we are getting slightly used to it now, but we still don't really understand why. But thank you very much. And Ali says, just wanted to say how much I enjoy all the episodes. And you were asking about First Look last week. I listened to First Look on a Monday. Ali's a First Looker as well. Double sufferer.
Oh, and another Monday. Did somebody else do a Monday?
I think, who was it last week that was a Monday? Was it Emma?
Yes, that's another Monday, isn't it?
That's 2 votes for Monday and 1 vote for early morning on a Sunday for Carl. Yes.
Oh, you're outvoted, Carl. You'll have to get your friends onto the pod here.
Get some more forms in. Yeah, I listened.
Introduce a friend.
So, Carl last week said he wanted First Look early so he can go on his Sunday walk. But Ali says, I listen on Monday morning on my walk. So
everyone's walking.
Everyone's walking, listening to us. Be safe, though. Be safe with your headphones on and all that sort of stuff. Watch your surroundings. Oh, loving it. Don't want you to
get lost in our.
Don't get kidnapped
nonsense.
on our watch. Yeah. So Ali's on the Monday morning, walking around, laughing, apparently, listening to us.
Oh gosh.
Bless you. That's very sweet. And then Ali says, on to H&A now. I've been really enjoying the storylines lately, but like you both, I can't understand how Tane running away is the best option. Yeah, neither do we. When Mac called Dean, I assumed she would ask for help from the boys in tracking down Kerry. But no. Good point. Why has she not said, find this woman?
Well, I said this, didn't I?
Yeah.
He's run off to buy time, but then there's nothing happening.
No. Yeah, I think we should be doing an appeal. He should be going to prison, pleading not guilty, getting found guilty, going to prison, and then an appeal is in pipeline, and then we're doing a manhunt for Kerry, not for Tane.
Yeah, or at the very least, we should be torturing Uncle Fred.
I think just giving him
Shouldn't
a
we?
haircut might torture him. just threaten him with the clippers. Yeah, he looks like the kind of guy that needs that hair, you know.
He should be tied to a chair.
Clippered.
Yeah, clippered. Yeah, with with that. What was that Dana had, where someone was about to syringe her with something?
Oh yeah, the bad cop. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do
Say,
that.
where is she?
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. Why didn't they track Kerry down? But then Ali says, although it brings Brax back, and then it's worth ruining his life for, I suppose.
I bet you're on that team, aren't you?
Yeah. a little bit. The River Boys are my favourite H&A era, the OGs, not the recent budget version. I love it.
I know, we tried to be enthusiastic about Team River Boys, but it just didn't work, did it?
No, it just didn't work, bless them. They did try. Yeah.
This is someone who loved the River Boys, favourite era of the show.
Favourite era.
She just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Heath is my all-time fave.
Mm.
Yeah, I can see why. I can see why. Mm-hmm. Brax doesn't seem to quite fit in where he is now, but I'm hoping there are soon chats between him and Tani about life back in the Bay, because I think that would be really interesting, and a link between the past and the present. Yeah, that's what we're missing, isn't it? We need them to. The questions that I need to hear from Brax, he's not interested in the Bay. This is what I don't understand. I'd be too nosy. I'd be going, what's the Bay like? Is Mr. Stewart still there? Is the surf club still the same? Like, I'd be asking questions.
Well, yeah, but like, is he that bothered? Like, that's what
No.
I would say to you. Last time we saw him in the Bay, or towards the end of his time in the Bay, he was helping Sally out.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
They were making him this lovable rogue, tied with willing to help the community, even though he'd been tearing it up for 6 years or whatever it was. Like his storylines towards his outgoing time were more integrated with everybody. And he gained the respect of people like Mr. Stewart as a result.
Yeah.
And I think it does feel a bit weird that he wouldn't care about that, given that's the way his story went on his way out.
Yeah.
First time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Ali says, also, I wonder if it'd be mentioned that Heath had to help out Tani and Ari at one point. Yeah, we were talking about that on yesterday's.
Yeah, that was weird. I
podcast.
thought that was weird.
Yeah. I don't think Tane's put 2 and 2 together. I don't think he realizes that Brax is Heath's brother yet. I think it's got to come out in the wash, because Ricky said to him, chat to him, you've got more in common than you think. And he started to do it, because Ricky was like, oh, you own the gym and the surf club. Brax's brothers used to own that. And then we didn't have that conversation with Brax yet. And I was waiting for him to say, oh, yeah, my brothers, my brother Heath and my brother Casey and and then the name Heath might have made him go, oh, hang on a minute. Heath.
I know that name. Yeah.
Heath, Riverboy Heath. Yeah, I met him. Yeah. How many River Boys are called Heath? I don't know.
I wonder as well, because you said you'd seen a picture of him filming.
Yes.
At Palm Beach. So I wonder whether, I feel like this is going to go on.
Well, it's got to, because Joe's packing a bag. Joe knows where they are. Cash is going to be not far behind her. This is not just a flash in the pan thing, I don't think.
No, but that could really help with that link that Ali wants, and that might be when these questions you're mentioning come up, where they realise he's actually met his brother and, pennies start dropping.
I think we'll get there. I just think it's been a slow burn. I think the point of this week was to show us his life is quite boring. His life is quite stable. And next week it's going to be completely destabilised, I think.
Yeah.
Possibly from the Joe. I mean, I don't know why Max even told her where he is, but there we go. It is what it is. We are where we are. Ali says, don't even get me started on YCPD's investigating skills and Sarge. Fingerprints
God,
optional.
me neither, Ali. Oh, my Lord.
Fingerprints optional. Is it evidence? Mm-hmm. Who needs that? Who needs evidence, doll? Who needs evidence? Ali says. Quite right. Mangrove River Station would do a better job and it's shut down. Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
I quite like Jo from Mangrove River PD. She was cool.
Yeah, but do you think she'd do a better job?
Than Sarge? Yes, I do. Yeah, I think she'd fingerprint the bag. Defo.
Well, she might be more bearable to watch. Anyway.
She knows what a fingerprint is, doll. She cares about the evidence, I reckon. Yes. Annie says, you were also talking about Vogue Williams last week. I'm in Ireland. Another Ireland fan.
Oh,
hello. We've got us 2 of you now. Crikey. Right, okay.
We should do an Irish tour. We'll have to do a tour.
You and I have talked about going to Dublin before together, and we think that would be a terrible, great idea.
We should do a meet-up.
Let's
get it organised. A Dublin meet-up.
Just tell us what pub we're in, and then we come along for a beer. So I'm in Ireland.
And then we'll be on the 9 p.m. Ryanair like, ah.
Oh, yes. Fun fact, years ago, she did a programme for RTE where she visited the set, interviewed some cast, and she got a Summer Bay High School uniform. Well, we saw this.
Oh, don't we know?
We saw this. So, Ali, you've said you tried to find it online and you've not found it. We've seen this video, which is why we talked about it last week on the podcast, because when we went to Palm Beach, not last year, the year before, we did the coach tour, the Celeb Time bus tour to Palm Beach, and we did the meet and actor tour and the filming tour and all that sort of stuff. And on the way home on the bus, they actually played that, what you're talking about, the episode that Vogue Williams did for RTE, where she visits the set, she interviews the cast, and she
took a shine to him, didn't she?
Well, that was in Dublin. So there was 2 parts to this story. So one of them, she flew out to Palm Beach and she's got a super fan with her, hasn't she? And she's like going around and talking to them and showing them around the bay and whatever, and they're talking about the show. And then the other part of the episode is in Ireland, and it looks like Dan Ewing is in Dublin or somewhere in a nightclub, doesn't it? And he's meeting fans and she's there for that as well.
Yeah.
Something like that. I can't remember. We didn't watch the whole thing. We watched it twice because we went on two bus tours, but we only saw the first 40 minutes, didn't we? Both times.
Yeah, we went on the bus tour twice, but so that's why I'm laughing.
We didn't see the end of the film, I don't think.
No, we saw it again the next day.
We saw it twice, but we saw the same 40 minutes, I think, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah, so we have seen what you're talking about, yeah.
It was good.
It was funny. Yes, it was very funny. Yes.
It was nice to see international as well.
Yes.
Because Ireland loves home and away.
Yes.
So,
yeah. Who wouldn't? And then finally, Ali says, looking forward to the next few weeks of home and away. So are we.
Yes, it's all going down. Honestly, it's unmissable.
It is. It is. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you to Carl
Thank you.
Mr. David and Ali. Thank you for getting in touch and telling us what you think of the show this week. Keep it coming. Let us know as it progresses whether you're enjoying it or not enjoying it. And yeah, keep in touch, because without your input, there would be no Your Say on the Bay.
Please take the time to like, subscribe, and review Coastal News wherever you source your podcasts, and ensure you never miss an episode.